But it's the only way you're ever gonna learn. You look back and it's all in the past. I'm dwelling on the thoughts I cannot say to you. If I don't say the words, then maybe it's not true. And it feels alright.
Hi, welcome along to NUFC Matters with me, Steve Wraith. It is the latest victim, shall I call you a victim, in the Toon Teasers quiz. This is an NUFC Matters in-house quiz where we've got Kevin representing the fans forum this year, and he's up against a few of our regular presenters on the show for the trophy. It has to be said. There is the trophy sponsored by John Justice Allen. He's set that up, so the winner will be presented with that. There's 3 rounds. Those of you who watched the quiz already will know there's 3 rounds. The first round is a Newcastle United round. The second round is a general knowledge football round, and the third round is the dreaded picture board round, which has got a few people having sleepless nights, I think, after being involved in that. But Kevin, how you feeling?
Good, mate. Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Okay. Good luck with it, mate. It's just for fun. Of course, because it's not a live show, people in the chat can answer away to the heart's content and amuse themselves. And good luck in the chat as well. Okay. Newcastle United round. Question 1. Alan Shearer was the Premier League's top scorer on 3 occasions. In which season did he last top the scoring charts?
2004.
2004. And that will make it 2004-2005 season is Kevin's answer, as we'll move on to question 2. In season 1973-74, Newcastle got to the FA Cup final, losing to Liverpool. What position did they finish in the first division that year?
Bit young for this one, but
Yeah. Some of them will be a guess, Kev, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. You said what position, correct? In 73, 74. I will go, since my lucky number, 7.
Okay, 7 is Kevin's answer for that one. I'll mark that down. And moving on to question 3. Who was Newcastle United's chairman in 1987-88?
Gordon McKeague.
Gordon McKeague is Kev's answer. Mark that down and move on to question 4. Who captained Newcastle in season 91-92?
Brian Kilcline.
Brian Kilcline is the answer that Kevin has given. As we move on to question 5. Newcastle lost in the playoffs to Sunderland in 1990. How many points ahead of their rivals were they in the final league table?
5.
5 points is Kevin's answer for that one. As we move on to question 6. In season 93-94, Kevin Keegan signed a new contract as manager. How long was it for?
4 years.
4 years is Kevin's answer. As we move on to question 7. How many games did Schumacher start for Newcastle?
Not many.
That's not an answer, though.
Oh, no. 6.
6 is Kevin's answer. 6 games. I'll mark that down. And we move on to question 8. Newcastle were drawn at home in the FA Cup third round in season 2000-2001, drawing 1-1. They lost the replay 1-0. To who?
2000, 2001, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the game? I'm trying to remember. Bradford City.
Bradford City. is Kevin's answer. Okay, moving on. Question 9. From which club did Newcastle sign Obafemi Martins in 2006?
I want to say Olympique Marseille. I'll go Olympique Marseille.
Marseille is Kev's answer. As we'll move on to question 10. Who was Newcastle's manager in 1976?
Wasn't Willie Bill McGarry?
Seem to be
Bill McGarry.
It's often worth thinking of the players who maybe were around.
That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, I'm only a young and I remember.
I know.
Colin Lee.
Colin Lee. So you've given us McGarry, Lee.
Colin Lee.
Colin Lee. Okay, I'm marking that down as your final answer, and that is your Newcastle United questions completed, Kev. Yeah, that is surprisingly the hardest round for everybody. It really, really gets people under pressure. Okay, we're moving into the general knowledge football round now, and we'll start with number 1. If you're ready, Kev.
Yeah.
Which team is nicknamed the Baggies?
Oh, West Brom.
West Brom is Kevin's answer. So we'll mark that down as we move on to question 2. Which 2 players have won the FIFA World Cup as both captain and manager? Half a point for each.
The World Cup and as his manager?
As captain and
Captain
manager.
as manager. I want to say Franz Beckenbauer.
Yeah.
And
that was marked down.
Carlo Ancelotti didn't win it.
Yeah, so again, it's thinking about who won, I guess.
Yeah, that's I'm going whittling through who's won it and captained. Might have to pass on the second one. I'm struggling on the second one, to be honest, mate.
Worth having a guess.
Trying to think of Brazilian or an Italian. No, mine's gone blank, mate.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just the one Beckenbauer. Okay. Question 3. Which country won the UEFA European Championship in 2004, causing one of the biggest upsets in the tournament's history?
04?
Yep. And the UEFA European Championships in 2004 caused one of the biggest upsets in the tournament's history.
Got to be Liverpool, isn't it? Liverpool.
No, it's the European Championships. So
the Euros. Sorry.
Yes, I should have said Euros.
Yeah, sorry. Who won it? Come on now. Greece.
Greece is your answer. As I mark that down and move on to question 4. In which year was the video assistant referee, better known as VAR system, first introduced in official competitions?
$2019.
Okay, 2019 is Kev's answer. As we move on to question 5, halfway through the general knowledge football questions. Which Italian referee was known for his strict enforcement of the rules and often referred to as the policeman of the pitch?
Pierluigi Collina.
Pierluigi Collina is Kev's answer. And I'll mark that down as we move on to question 6. Which club holds the record for the most consecutive promotions in English football, climbing from the 4th to the 1st division in just 4 seasons?
Promotions, not championship wins.
I'll read it again. Which club holds the record for most consecutive promotions in English football, climbing from the 4th to the 1st division in just 4 seasons?
Bournemouth.
Okay, Bournemouth is your answer. And moving on to question 7. Who is the oldest outfield player to have ever appeared in a Premier League match?
It's got to be somebody from Bolton with Big Sam, because he pulled in all the granddads, I think. I'm going to go to a slightly different tack. I think Peter Cech. But outfield player, sorry, was it?
Yeah, it's not a goalkeeper, an outfield player.
Okay. JJ Kocher.
AJ Kocher is your answer as we move on to question 8. In which year did the Republic of Ireland national team make their first appearance in the FIFA World Cup?
1982.
1982 is your answer as we move on to question 9. Which 2 players have won the joint most Premier League Player of the Month awards? 2 answers, half a point for each. That's which 2 players have won the joint most Premier League Player of the Month awards?
I'll go Thierry Henry and I'll stick close to Alan Shearer.
Alan Shearer and Thierry Henry marked down. And question 10. Which player has scored the most goals in a single FIFA World Cup tournament?
A lot of world greats in that list, whoever it is. I'm trying to think. I don't know why. I just got a feeling that Thomas Muller from Germany's got a fair few when they won it.
Okay, is that your final answer, Kev?
It is, yeah. Thomas Muller.
Thomas Muller is your final answer on that. Okay, we will have a quick ad break and then we will be back with the picture round. A big thanks to all our sponsors, Skips and Bins. You can find them at skipsandbins.com or telephone 0800 25 45 25 3. Email inquiries at skipsandbins.com. Website skipsandbins.com. Easy contract free and pay-as-you-go waste collection. Big thanks to Mr. Vicky's. Sauces handmade in Cumbria. You can order them from their website, mrvickys.co.uk, or by telephoning 01768 210 102. A big thanks also to New Workwear. You can find them at newworkwear.com. They are an agile and dedicated workwear provider. Welcome back as well to United Travel. They are a UK coaches firm and they are based in the Northeast. They've got 2024 tours and you can contact them on 01670 632 460 or mobile 0791 666 4174. Email info@unitedgrouptravel.com and they've got a website which is unitedgrouptravel.com. There's no strangers on their tours, just people you haven't met yet. Big thanks to them for their sponsorship. Big thanks as well to Media Arts, and they supply all the video technology. If you want to become a member and get a cup, a pen, a membership card, and a scarf, then get your smartphone and put it over this QR code. It will take you straight to the membership pack. It's a £25 one-off fee. You can also go to NUFC Matters website and search membership pack to book today. If you want to help the channel, then subscribe to it by hitting the subscribe button. Hit the thumb up under the video to like the video and click share to your other social media. We're also available as a podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast providers. Don't forget, we help the food bank on this channel. If you want to do so virtually, go to nufcfansfoodbank.co.uk and make a donation today. The Alan Shearer raffle is back on. 150 tickets, £1 a ticket. Win a limited edition signed Alan Shearer ball. Enter today at nufcmatters.com. Okay, Kevin, first 2 rounds over, final round's the picture round. I can hear the storm brewing behind you, mate, so let us know if you've suddenly got to dash off. First up then, first picture that you've got is this. Who is this?
Stevie Gerrard.
Stephen Gerrard is Kevin's answer, so I'll mark that down, and we will move on to question 2.
Oh, who's that?
2 photos of the same person. First one wasn't so good, so I chucked the second one.
Yeah, help me out. Who's that?
These are all went on to become football players, of course. This is your first 5.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? No. I'll give points away. Pass.
Okay, pass on that one. And the third one. Some of them look exactly as they do now, but some of them don't. But yeah, it's
Massive set of lugs on them. I know that. You pick them up if you use a trophy. Good. Trying to think. Who's that? Mate, it's not Sean Longstaff. I'll go Sean Longstaff. Don't know
all right.
why.
Always worth a guess.
You never know.
You just never know. Sean Longstaff, I'm just marking that down. Okay, picture 4.
Oh, good Lord. Stitched it up right here, man.
Oh, don't worry, everyone's in the same boat.
Who's that? Harry Kane for a giggle.
Harry Kane for a giggle is your answer, as I mark that down for question 4. The last one of the when they were kids photos.
That can't be Cristiano Ronaldo, can it?
Is that your guess?
I'll go Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay. Moving on. Some people find these easy. Some people find these hard. I'm not sure where you'll be, but good luck.
We'll find out.
Okay. Newcastle United, the former Newcastle United player.
Florian Thuram, eh? Tovan. Yeah.
Okay. I'll mark that down. 2 seconds.
Gotta dip my head down and look under his chin.
Next one.
Christian Basidas.
Christian Basidas is the next one. I will mark down. Next one.
Oh. Trying to see.
Yeah, take your time.
Oh, well. No.
Does he look familiar?
What?
Does he look familiar? No.
No, he doesn't look familiar at all. Probably way before my time. I don't know.
Has it a guess?
No.
Okay. To know on that one. Next one.
Steve Staunton.
Okay, Steve Staunton.
Oh, no, he's not a Newcastle player, man, is he?
Okay.
Hold on.
I'll give you the opportunity to take that back then.
I'll take it back because it looks like Steve Staunton, to be fair.
Yeah.
Barraclough, maybe?
Barraclough. Yeah? Is that your answer?
It is.
Okay.
Because that's all I've got.
Last one.
Oh, what's his name? I've got it's on the top of. Paraguayan. I've got the name right there. Give us a minute. Hold on. Shit, I can't remember his name. I've got the name right there on the top of my tongue, and I just can't spit it out. Oh, what's his name?
You're not on the clock, Kev. You're not on the clock, so take your time.
Probably the easiest one of the lot. What the hell is his name? Oh, it's not. I can say the name, I can say the number. I can't put the words into what it is. Oh no. No. Sorry, lads. I'm disappointed in that one. That's the easiest one and the most recent ones. I can't think of his name. He came with Basidas.
It's the one that's got away. Okay, Kev. I will go through your answers. The correct answers. Obviously, there's no marks given at the end of this. You'll know what you got right. You'll know what you got wrong. But the winner will be announced on the final show. So, in your Newcastle United round, question 1: Alan Shearer was the Premier League's top scorer on 3 occasions. In which season did he last top the goal scoring charts? The answer you gave was 2004-2005. The answer was a bit earlier than that, 1996 to 1997 season. Yeah, surprising that. I thought it would have been later, to be honest. Question 2: in season 73-74, beyond your time, of course, but before your time, Newcastle got to the FA Cup final, losing to Liverpool. What position did they finish in the first division that year? It's a guess, from yourself. You said 7th. You had a bit more faith in Newcastle than they actually warranted. It was 15th that they finished that season, despite getting to Wembley. Question 3: who was Newcastle United's chairman in 1987-88? You went with Gordon McKeague. It was just before his era. It was Stan Seymour who was the chairman of Newcastle in 87-88. And again, question 4, slightly ahead of your time. Who captained Newcastle in season 1991-92? You opted for Brian Kilcline, Killer. And in fact, it was Kevin Scott who went on to sign for Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
Question 5. Newcastle lost in the playoff to Sunderland in 1990. How many points ahead of their rivals were they in the final league table? I was willing you to get this one right, but unfortunately, you were a point out. You went for 5 points. They were actually 6 points ahead of Sunderland that season. Question 6. In season 93-94, Kevin Keegan signed a new contract as a manager. How long was it for? You said 4 years, which would have been a standard contract for anybody at that time. But Newcastle were trying to tie Kevin down for a lot longer. And they put a 10-year contract in front of Kevin. And of course, he signed it. Didn't stick with it, though, as we all know now. Question 7. How many games did Schumacher start for Newcastle? You were right when you said not many. You came up with the answer 6. From my perspective, I'm going to give you that, Kev, because he played 1 game. I didn't stipulate games, whether they were substitutes or well, I said how many games did Schumacher start for Newcastle. So in theory, you said 6. It was actually 1 that he started, but you said 6 games. I'm going to give you half a point for that, Kev. All right. Only because you said 6 games. He did play 6 games for Newcastle, although the question did ask for how many he started. So I'm being generous. I don't mind doing that, but I'm going to give you half a point. Question 8. Newcastle were drawn at home in the FA Cup 3rd round in season 2000-2001, drawn 1-1. They lost the replay 1-0 to who? You said Bradford City, but the answer, unfortunately, was Aston Villa. Question 9. Which club did Newcastle sign Obafemi Martins from in 2006? You thought it was Marseille, and you seemed quite confident about that, but it was an Italian club that Oba joined from. Inter Milan, as you've got it there then afterwards. And question 10, who was Newcastle manager in 1976? You would have to guess this. Again, you weren't around in those days as a Newcastle fan. You went with Bill McGarry at first, then Willie McFall, Bill McGarry. You came to Colin Lee. It was Gordon Lee. You said Lee, but you said Gordon. Again, Kevin, no point for that, unfortunately. It's a completely different person. But moving on to your general knowledge football round. And question 1, which team is nicknamed the Baggies? You said West Brom. Confidently, you were right to be confident. That was correct. Question 2, which 2 players have won the FIFA World Cup as both captain and manager? You took your time on this one, and you were right to do so. You didn't get Didier Deschamps, but you did get Franz Beckenbauer, which got you half a point. Question 3, which country won the UEFA European Championship in 2004, causing one of the biggest upsets in the tournament's history? Once we clarified that it was the Euros, you came up with the answer Greece, and that was the correct answer. Question 4, in which year was the video assistant referee VAR system first introduced in official competitions? 2019, you said. It was 2 years earlier, Kev, 2017. Question 5, which Italian referee was known for his strict enforcement of the rules and often referred to as the policeman of the pitch? Pierluigi Collina was your answer, and of course, you were right. Question 6, which club holds the record for the most consecutive promotions in English football, climbing from the 4th to the 1st division in just 4 seasons? I can see why you went for Bournemouth, but it was Swansea City who did it in 4 consecutive seasons. Question 7, who is the oldest outfield player to ever appear in a Premier League match? You were going down the Bolton route with JJ Okocha, but it was further south. Teddy Sheringham was the oldest player from an outfield position to play in a Premier League match. Question 8, in which year did the Republic of Ireland national team make the first appearance in the FIFA World Cup? It was the Tears of Turin year. It wasn't 82, as you said. It was 19.
Well, that was Northern Ireland, man.
It was 1990, the Republic of Ireland. Right. Yeah. Question 9, which 2 players have won the joint most Premier League Player of the Month awards? It was a stab in the dark. You said Aguero, Henry and Thierry Henry and Alan Shearer. It was, in fact, Sergio Aguero and Harry Kane who have won the most Player of the Month awards in the Premier League, the joint most Premier League of the Month awards. And I'm sure Harry Kane will beat that record if he stays this season. Question 10, last general knowledge question. Which player has scored the most goals in a single FIFA World Cup tournament? You had a fancy for Thomas Muller. Again, this was a stab in the dark. Just Fontaine was the answer. I would never have got that myself. I would have gone for somebody a little bit more high profile, but just Fontaine is the answer. Moving on to the picture round, which is always tough, but got to be honest, you did quite well in this. Steven Gerrard was your answer for question 1, and you were right, Kev. Well done, mate. Great spot that. England strip maybe did help you.
That was that cheesy Scouser smile everybody's got.
Picture 2 was this one. I put 2 photographs in to try and help you out. You couldn't fathom that one out. It's Alexis Sanchez.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It's mad, isn't it? You can see when you see. Picture 3, very difficult. You went for Sean Longstaff. Always worth a guess. The ears were quite a pointer for this one, but it was actually Pirlo, Andrea Pirlo.
Really? Wow.
And regular viewers of the show who will have already seen one of the quizzes will have seen this young chap in a different guise with a bit of a shorter haircut. Here he's got a bit more hair. It wasn't Harry Kane. It was David Luiz.
Shut up, really? No.
And the last one is not Ronaldo, as you said, David Silva.
Yeah, now you see it.
Exactly. Okay, moving on to the Newcastle pictures. You were quick off the mark with Florian Thauvin. Well done, mate. That's another point in the bag for you. You quickly followed that up with Christian Basidas. Well done. Good spot again. Christian Basidas, another former Newcastle player, bagging you a point in the quiz. This one had you flummoxed.
Yep.
You were right. It was slightly earlier than you would have imagined. Bjorn Christiansen, who played, of course, in the 90s. Benny Christiansen.
Don't look like him. But
There's no mustache anymore. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
And we'll give you a chance to get over your false start with Steve Staunton on this one, and you went with Stuart Barraclough. It was neither, of course. It was Billy Askew with hair.
Don't even know who he is.
Little Billy. And this one will haunt you for the rest of your time on this planet, I'm afraid. You were right with the nationality, but you missed the name. It was Diego Gavilan.
And you started with a G, but I didn't know which way it went round. I just couldn't get it, mate. But either way,
Kev, well done, mate. You put your head above the parapet for the fans forum, mate. You held your own. It was very difficult. It's not the easiest of quizzes, but well done for taking part, mate. And thanks for doing it, Kev, mate.
Well, thanks for having us on. It was a bit of a laugh and see what actually you know and what I don't. But it was a bit of a laugh. I'm like, it is what it is,
You can brush up for next time, mate. But Kev, for now, thanks very much for taking part. Take care, mate.
Yeah, have a great rest of the night.
We still do 7 NUFC Matters show a week for free. But if you want to help support NUFC Matters, then there are a few ways of doing it. Hit the like button on each live broadcast and video. This helps the channel grow. Hit the subscribe button and select the all notifications bell so you don't miss a single show. If you want to help us financially, then you can join the channel using this button with the membership starting at $1.99 a month. Or you can drop us a donation in the chat using a super sticker. We're also looking for sponsors. If you'd like your brand advertised on the flyers for the show and featured during the ad break, then email John at nufcmatters.com to arrange today.